Hey guys, it's Dana. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about the perfect, ideal itinerary for a trip to New York City. Now, this itinerary is meant for short trips, like a long weekend, or like I just did last weekend, a 3-day trip to the city. But I've jam-packed a lot of fun activities in this short trip. Most of you already know my sister lives in New York City, so I'm constantly going on trips to visit her because what's more fun than a weekend trip with your sister in New York City? I've been to Manhattan countless times, so I want to share my top tips for traveling there. This video is for anybody who's booking a trip to New York soon or who wants tips on traveling there like a local. And if you want to know what I packed for New York City, I made a video about that a few days ago before I went to New York City. So I'll post that link in the description below. All right, let's get right into it. Here's my perfect weekend in New York City. Now, the perfect itinerary starts before you even get to New York. If possible, you need to fly into LGA Airport. There's 3 different airports in New York, so you gotta keep them straight. First one's EWR. This is in New Jersey, but it's not that far from the city. Second one is LaGuardia, LGA. This is the domestic flights one. And then there's JFK. This is the international flights one. Now, if at all possible, if your hometown or wherever you're flying from can fly to LGA, you need to book LGA. Flying into LGA is a superior experience by far. First of all, they've been doing tons of renovations, so it's a very nice, very modern, updated airport. Second of all, it's the closest one to the city, so you can easily hop on this free bus called the Q70, take that bus to the local subway station. That subway, if you hop on the F train, you'll get all the way right to downtown. It's as easy as that getting to Manhattan. This usually takes around 40 minutes unless there's traffic, train delays, etc. It took me an hour to get to LGA because I was traveling on Thanksgiving weekend. Usually it takes 40 minutes. You can also take an Uber. It's only 20 minutes without traffic. And with traffic, it's not even that much longer. But when you fly from JFK or EWR, it's gonna be an hour minimum. So if at all possible, book to LGA. Once you land at LGA, now you wanna get to the city. I recommend taking the bus and the train because it's super easy and it only costs you $3 or something like that. Once you get to the city, I usually drop my bags off at my sister's house and we go shopping or we go to lunch. I try to book a morning flight because I'm flying from Dallas. So it's only 3.5 hours. It's not that far. So if I fly in the morning, I can usually get to New York and get to my sister's house by 2 p.m. Okay, so first things first, let's shop around. So she lives very close to 5th Ave, so we can just pop right out her door and there's the Zara, there's the Lululemon, there's Sephora. There's everything you need. If you're tired, you'll want to get a coffee at Black Press Coffee. This is the best coffee I've found in New York so far. After your fun afternoon of shopping, now you'll want to check into your hotel. Most hotels let you check in at 4 or 5 p.m., so this is a great time to do that right before dinner. Next is dinner. You're gonna have dinner at Up Thai in the Upper East Side. It is the best Thai food place I've found in the city so far. I usually order their khao soy noodles, but the pad thai, their curries are amazing. Even their salads are good too. Dinner has to be pretty early, around 5 or 6, because you have to make time to catch a Broadway show. Those are normally at 7 or 8. We went to the 8 o'clock showing of Cabaret with Adam Lambert, and it was very good. I highly recommend seeing Cabaret. I remember Adam Lambert from 15 years ago when he was on American Idol. So it's so interesting to see what he's up to now. He was very good. After the show, we took the subway home. Times Square is just insane once all the Broadway shows have finished. There's just crowds, traffic, it's chaos. So it's cool to just hop on the subway and then zoom out of the traffic. My sister's super knowledgeable on the Broadway shows and which ones are good, which ones are bad, all of the ins and outs, which ones she wants to see. So that makes it easy for me to pick which one we're going to. But if I was going by myself, I would just look at reviews online to see what musicals or plays people are most into, like which ones are trending. Now, the cool thing is Friday is usually written off as a travel day, but you fit so many things in that this was like you spent the whole day in New York City. It's almost like it adds a day to your trip. Okay, let's talk about Saturday. Saturday, you're sleeping in. I know it's New York City, you want to see all the sights, but it's your vacation. You need to rest. Okay, so just at least get 8 hours, come on. We slept in on Saturday, and then when we woke up, we got a coffee at Black Press Coffee again and headed straight for Central Park. Now, if you're not in walking distance to Central Park, no problem. Just hop on the subway. It's easy to get to from most places in Manhattan, since Central Park is so huge. Walking in Central Park is such a nice calm way to ease into the busy day. Fresh air, it's just so calm. The people watching is really fun. Everybody brings their dog at that time. It's just a nice way to start the day. Saturday, we went to Black Press twice because I had to get 2 coffees. The barista was so nice. She gave us a free banana bread because it was the last slice. She was like, people don't usually like the end, so you could just take it for free. So sweet. Okay, so after you take a walk in Central Park with your coffee, then you have to stop at Le Pan for breakfast. This is more like a brunch because it'll probably be like 11, maybe even 12. It's like a brunch lunch here. They have all different kinds of breakfast options and most of them are healthy. We love getting the eggs. I think it's called pan of eggs, something like that. It's like eggs in a pan. It's just really good. After brunch, you're back to shopping. It's New York, so everywhere is the place to be for shopping. We love shopping anywhere around Fifth Ave. Even the TJ Maxx in New York City has designer stuff, so it's so fun to see. We stopped off at Alo Yoga, and my sister tried on some pants she's been thinking about buying, but we didn't end up buying them. She might buy the Lulu ones instead. After that, back to the hotel for a quick nap. I know we slept in this morning, but this is a vacation. We're here to recharge. So quick rest before the evening plans. Drinks are at 6:30 at Tigre. It's this hidden bar that's very hard to find. I would have never found it if Kelsey didn't know where it was, my sister. I'll put a picture of it here. It's this like graffiti covered door. I think Tigre's in downtown, but I'm not sure. I'll double check. And it was such a cool vibe for drinks. Amazing service. Our waiter was so nice. And the drinks were just very good. Such good vibes. Nice ambiance of the place. I would 100% go back. Just make sure you know how to find it before you get there. Now that you watch my video, you'll know where to find it. And the star of the weekend, dinner at Nobu. Okay, this is pretty pricey, but we were there to celebrate my sister's birthday, so we went all out. This is the top sushi place. It's actually a chain. They have locations all over the world, like Los Angeles, London, and New York City. The sushi is 10 out of 10. I think they fly it in the morning of from Japan. I'm not sure. I'll have to check on that. But it is just 10 out of 10. You get what you pay for. It is super pricey, but it's fun once in a while to celebrate. We tried so many different dishes. It's fun because it's family style, so you can try a bunch of different things. I love eating like that. You can try a bunch of different main dishes and then a bunch of different appetizers, a bunch of sushi dishes. It's just so much fun. We sat in the bar instead of sitting in the dining room, but that ended up being fine. It was the only place we could get a reservation, so we were like, that's fine with us. We just sat in more comfier chairs, so it was almost better than the eating in the restaurant. But if you book early enough, then you'll be able to sit in the dining area. After that, I called it a night, but my sister went out clubbing with her friends. It's up to you where you take the night. But I'm telling you, this was a vacation for me to recharge, so I went to bed. And that's it for Saturday. Sunday is the last day you're here in New York, so it's gonna be a chill day. I've already seen all the sights I wanted to see. I went to Broadway, I went to Central Park, so today's gonna be a chill day. You might have said yesterday was a chill day because we got to take a nap, but Sunday is the chill day. Kelsey and I went for a walk in the morning when we woke up. She has the cutest dog, Poppy Seed, so we had to take Poppy Seed for a walk. We stopped at Black Press Coffee yet again, and I got an Americano with cream. I'm trying to order less white mochas because they just have so much sugar. So I'm trying to opt for the Americano. After our wonderful walk, we headed straight back home and Kels made a very good scrambled egg. But if she wasn't in the mood to cook, then we would have just gone to Le Pan again. Le Pan round 2. Once we were back at her place, her friend came over because they were leaving town Sunday as well. We said goodbye to them and we just hung out around her apartment for a couple of hours until I had to leave. I left Manhattan early because, like I mentioned earlier, it was Thanksgiving weekend that I was traveling, so I knew it was just going to be insane at the airport. Luckily, I left early enough that I spent probably an hour and a half between the train and the bus. Both of them were delayed. We got stuck in so much traffic at the airport. Right as the bus is like entering the airport, you know, you have to go through multiple terminals. Like the bus drops you off at B terminal or C terminal first, and then it goes to B. We were stuck. It was like we couldn't even get to the first terminal because there was just so many crowds of cars. But anyway, I made it early enough that I had plenty of time. So good thing I did that. On a normal day, like I mentioned, quick 40-minute trip. So you're back at LGA through security in a heartbeat. Shout out to TSA Pre. If you don't have TSA Pre, I highly recommend getting it. It's so awesome. It's only like $17 for the entire year. It's so cool. You skip the entire security line. Anyway, got a sandwich from this cute place by the LGA famous fountain, the new fountain that they built. This thing is crazy. I'll put a picture of it. And then boarded my flight home. I sat by the nicest guy. His name was Howard. He gave me his pretzels on the flight. How sweet is that? We had a nice little chit chat. It was such a nice way to pass the time. Then I landed in Dallas and we're back where we started. So that's my perfect trip to New York City. Whether you're into Broadway shows, amazing food, or just soaking up the city vibe, New York has everything for everyone. So let me know in the comments if you've done any of these things or seen any of these things, been to any of these places, and what you would add to your perfect itinerary for a weekend trip in New York City. Stay tuned to my next video, and thanks so much for watching. Bye.